Alright, chat, let's get going. We're gonna have a prediction set up, and I'm gonna wait for it to start. And then I start the VoD. Waiting. There it is. Boom.
Genial. Otro trabajo
So,
Powered up.
Mercy, Kiriko, Sombra, Soldier, Ryan versus
You look
Orisa,
familiar.
Bastion, Echo,
Are you
Sen,
the loud
Kiriko.
one?
You actually have the better team comp.
No! I am
No
ready
Moiras in either team?
to
That's how you know it's Masters already. That's how you know.
But not the loud one. Sure.
Sorry for the sneeze. My bad.
I'm going.
Sorry.
Zupa. I cast a spell on you. Greetings.
Stop the payload.
Rooster crows at midnight.
2, 1. Attackers
Good
incoming.
choice.
Got an enemy here.
Got killed by Hold My Pocket. Generally speaking, when we play up here, McNerd, I think it's extremely important to be noted of two things. One, there could be an enemy Widow, right? And if there's an enemy Widow, usually what they'll do is that they'll wait until they know there's someone high ground. And when they know that there's someone high ground, they'll peek out. You have to be consistently careful of this. And this is why I usually play high ground. I wait until the 45 mark because the payload will never go as far as it becomes like, you know, quote unquote critical. So when the timer hits 45, you can see the enemy comp, right? And at that point, I will peek if there's no Widow, and I will take whatever space I can. If there is a Widow, I actually like to reposition a little bit. Widows in general like to go out on the left side, right? So that allows us to play a little bit further here if we have to. You can kind of see the angle, right? So you see where the Sen is behind the walls. That's kind of where the Widow likes to position themselves out on the rip. So I like to take a position right here and just do as much damage right here if I can. That being said, since they don't have a Widow right now, that does allow us to have a little bit more freedom to peek and do more damage from high ground, but you need to be careful regardless, right? So this initial start, I didn't really like it that much for that reason, because we kind of played it as we sort of knew that they didn't have a Widow, but the reality of the situation is we need to do this better, right? So waiting 2 more seconds instead of getting killed there is way better. And if you need to have an escape route, you can always just jump up here. It's what I like to do. But yeah, let's fast forward and see. It's just a little tidbit I wanted to point out, especially if you're going to play Soldier.
Hola.
Focus on the Bastion.
Loaded.
The Bastion is the priority target. Could have right-clicked. If he right-clicked him there, he would have died. Zenyatta in the middle of the open. Good. Good. Target priority. Almost got him. Okay, there's an Echo close to you now. That right click didn't hit him. Okay, good. Okay, I wanna point out the good things too. You got a Discord rub on you. You heard the Echo. You moved away instead of taking the 1v1 because all it takes is 5 sticky bombs and you're dead. So I kind of like the fact that you moved away here. Just want to point out the good things as well. In that situation, if you start with a right click on the ground next to the Echo when you were damage boosted, you would have killed her. Always try and start with the right click, in my opinion. Don't ever go for the situation where I feel like a lot of soldiers do this mistake, where it's like, they will like harass someone. If you have a guaranteed right click, use it. Like, use it. Like, don't hold it, right? A lot of the mistakes that solo players will do in general is that they'll like start like dumping some bullets into something and they'll hopefully hit the right click. No, if you have a right click, start with the right click, especially if you're damage boosted. That shit does like 160 damage, right? And the offset that you hit close to their ground, you might do like what, 130, 120? Still worth it, right? And all you need to do is hit 3 bullets after that and they're dead. In this particular case, the Echo goes away a little bit. We switch our target focus to the Sen, which, you know, isn't a bad play, but you could have gotten a kill here. Good using the enemy team's movement against them. Could have right clicked. Again, you could have right clicked the ground in front of the Echo and she would have died. Okay, good Visor. Be careful, be careful. Oh, my dude. Getting a little bit overzealous here, buddy. We know that they have a Bastion. We know that Sentry Form is off cooldown, right? If we're gonna Visor here, we have to listen for the enemy team's cooldown, my dude. We can't just pop our Visor without knowing where the enemy team is, right? The only way this will ever work is if you can sort of like play in an area where they can't see you, but when you start poking over the edge, it's just fucking free real estate, my dude. You know? So, how do we do this better? Well, first comes first. You poke out. You see what's going on, right? Okay, there's Bastion. He's in sentry form. I'll wait. Get up a little bit closer. A little bit closer. Okay, sentry form is out. Boom, pop Visor. Understand what I'm saying? You need to be a little bit smarter with how you engage with Visor. You can't just pop it and go around a corner and not know what's there. It's always better to know what's going on, right? And Visor is very strong if the enemy team doesn't have any cooldowns, but in this case, you popped Visor when they had everything. So when you pop over the edge, you're fucking dead. You are dead. Understand?
GM chat 1 question mark 2 question mark 3 question mark 4 question mark 5 question mark 6 question mark 7 question mark 8 question mark 8 question mark 9 question mark 10 question mark 11 question mark 12 question mark 13.
Thank you so much, Paki, for the 2 months. I appreciate that. And I think 13. Oh shit, we're not even fucking following it. I was like, what's going on here?
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Good. Left side is usually better. Nice. Okay, nice aim. There's a stun behind you. Now you know there's a stun behind you. Okay. Nice positioning. I will admit, nice positioning. That Zenyatta should have killed you though, but
I'm going in.
I'll say the positioning is good there and the aim felt okay, especially under pressure. Ooh, Susu, what a good ability that is. Don't hurt, my team is taking damage. Time to Susu. Unlucky with the right click. You don't have to pressure the Rhine here. You can pressure the supports. Okay, you're Rhine Giga Chad. Okay, decent repositioning. Okay, your Rhine died somehow. Nice aim. You're dead.
No. Notice.
I've seen tougher spots.
Good aim though, chat. Good aim.
Got an enemy here.
Good Master Soldier. Right, chat? Right?
Make me proud.
I mean, obviously, if your Rhine pins the enemy Rhine into your team, it could be good for the... Oh. Okay, that's good. You can Visor here if you want. Okay, you opt not to. What the fuck? Okay, you got soul ulted. It is what it is, buddy.
Still got some fight in me.
I won. Enemy here.
They don't have a stun anymore. Oh! You can right click to make that jump.
I won. Enemy here.
Chat, there's ads. Chat room, there is ads. So, I will give you guys bangers. Ads are over? Perfect. I just want to make sure you guys get to see the entire thing because what's the point of an educational VoD review if you guys can't fucking see it, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let's go back. Oh. Can go bottom right. Okay, now we know it's the Bastion to your left that is nanoed. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Good Visor. Okay, positioning could do some work there. I mean, listen. If you know that the Reinhardt's going for you, and I mean, we could hear it because you could literally hear the Reinhardt charge your way. It probably would have been better and probably more fruitful if you decided to take this angle. You kill the Ana, but instead of getting a little bit, you know, what's the word? overconfident and like start chasing the Bastion, you could have just rotated this way instead, right? And you would have had the same angle as you would have had jumping down and risking death, right? And if you came out here, killed the Ana, did damage to the Bastion, you can just rotate this way right here, you pull right away from the cart, and then maybe someone in your team is able to hold it for a little bit longer. But rotating over here serves the same purpose instead of like jumping down there and killing the Bastion, right? Instead, we opt in to do a little bit, you know, I wouldn't say like a smart play, but a little bit too brave of a play maybe. Obviously it doesn't look like you guys would have been able to touch it and hold it anyways, but I do like the Visor. It wasn't bad. It does enable your team to maybe get a touch in, but for what it's worth, I would have liked you to rotate over here instead. It would have done the exact same thing that you wanted. It's just from a safer perspective. Right now, you're dying to a lot of positional errors, right? And this can be circumvented, and this can be avoided. Pens and papers, chat. It's going to be on the final test.
Redeploying.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. I fucking love Darkest Dungeon, man. What a good game. Do you go Widow, Postchamp? Is it the Widow swap?
Enemy here.
It is.
I aim to devastate.
I aim to devastate.
Over here.
Load up the classic emote.
Reinhardt.
Go to sleep, motherfucker. So this is something I'm wondering about. We heard the Echo charge that you're Ryan and literally bring him into like kind of where we're standing, just underneath. And then I don't know what it is, but it feels like you're getting a little bit tunnel visioned on whatever's in front of you, because I could hear the Echo come out of the form, right, and then fly up in the air, and I don't know what that means. That means that she's looking at you, right? And we don't really react to it until she kind of starts doing damage to us, and at that point, it's already too late. Widowmaker doesn't have the same sustainable HP like she used to, and in this particular case, I would have liked you to grapple like further back as you heard the form shift to whatever she was. And then you charge up a shot and try and get a kill on her, right? If you have to. But it kind of feels like we're trying our best to like... We tunnel vision too much on what's in front of us, so we're not really looking around us too much. And I mean, that's happened twice now. Once on the first point, now on the second, and now on the third. So it's a common occurrence that we're kind of not paying attention to the actual threat. Instead, we're kind of focusing on what's ahead of us. And while I do understand that maybe getting a lucky kill on maybe the Reinhardt there or the Bastion might put you in a good spot, it won't. You need to deal with the threat that is right next to you. Even in the offset that you might kill the Bastion, you're gonna die to the Echo anyways. So effectively what you're doing is you're making the fight 4v4, right? Because you're gonna die anyways. There's no shot you're winning that. So, you know, historically, it's better if you survive and your team doesn't stagger when the Rhine survives, right? And you play it smart and you make it a 5v5 on the point instead, right? In the offset that Reinhardt might get picked, it's not your problem. It's not your fault. But we can play this better, and that needs to be said.
I'm with you.
Winston reporting.
It's getting interesting.
Its destination.
Back in action.
Experience tranquility.
Fall to rust.
Enemy detected. No.
No one can hide from my sight.
60 seconds remaining.
Let the kitsune guide you.
Was I muted for that entire thing? What the fuck, man? Was I actually muted? All I wanted to say was good aiming, good patience.
Thanks.
I thought you were burping? Nah, I was shitting myself. Poopies.
Almost there. Don't let go of the defense.
Detected.
An enemy here.
There's an enemy here. Face me if you stand.
10 seconds.
Reaper seems to be a decent pick right here. Nice patience. Echo's coming for you.
Over here.
Complete. Score 0-2. Switching sides.
Bedge. Right, nice. Nice.
Initiating match.
Patience is key. In this particular case, it seems to be, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember what chat wants. They want intermission music, don't they?
I
Ready
aim
for
to
battle.
devastate. I'm hoping for an easy mission. Don't make this harder than it needs to be.
Wow!
Stay inside, and I'll keep you safe.
You guys ever drink this Don Rumbotico? Ugh, the old stuff was way better.
Thanks.
I like being near the ocean. It reminds me of where I was born.
Hello.
5,
What are you doing, McNerd?
3, 2, 1.
What are you doing, brother?
No.
Escort the payload.
Help me move the payload.
Okay, we stick on Widow. Coca? I was in Discord with a friend.
There's an enemy here.
Nice damage on the Orisa. It's good. Fucking Punisher if you're just gonna play like a fucking idiot.
The payload advances.
Okay, your monkey is demented. We saw the echo on the left side. Nice escape. Not bad.
I see an enemy here.
Okay, that ball is actually boosted. Lower accurate name.
Enemy detected.
Chad, don't you guys love this Masters VoD? It's incredible plays happening right now. Oh, nice headshot.
Such naivety.
It's a hard shot to hit too. Nice.
There's an enemy here.
Don't you guys watching Master Widows chat? It's incredible.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Almost.
Ultimate is charging up. Gotcha.
Good positioning.
Just in case. Clever.
The payload advances.
Almost.
There's an enemy here.
Watch out.
I am under attack.
Enemy detected.
Let the kitsune.
Let the
Time
kitsune
to
guide
teach
you.
these
Fuck
bugs
off!
some manners. I am unstoppable.
Bedge into Dedge. Snake cage, people knife.
Enemy here. They outnumber us. Watch out.
Got an enemy here.
Nice shot on this Arya.
Payload's so slow. My ultimate is good to go.
Can pop your ults here. to punish them. What the? We should have had that kill.
Merci. No one can hide from my sight.
Ooh, almost.
Enemy here. What's up?
Oh, we want to hunt him down, huh? Oh, that's brave. You have decent healers, ain't gonna lie. Your character knows what's up. Good reposition, perfect angle. Nice. Yeah, chat. Someone came into the chat earlier today and said, "What's with the long face?" And then I just disabled my face. I had to. I had no choice. Tracer. Well, I do feel like maybe you felt like Widow wasn't working. I mean, you're getting consistent kills. If anything, your Sombra is kind of lackluster. Good patience. Watch out for the right click. Good pings. Good kills. Again, good positioning. Tracer is by far my favorite Australian character, man.
Let them out.
Oh, that was meant for you. That was meant for your BAP.
Payload has reached the checkpoint.
That was meant for your BAP, buddy.
That just happened.
Oh, wanna give it up. Oh, wanna give up. Oh, wanna give it up.
Silly human. Enemy here.
If you're gonna take this angle with any character, you need to crouch. You need to crouch after these staircase, because if you don't, they're gonna hear you. What are you trying to do? Hug Diana? I feel like that should have stuck her, but replays can be a little bit deceptive. Okay, going back to Widow.
Aim to devastate.
Yeah, people hug. Okay, can we wait? Hold on. What the fuck just happened?
Let them out.
Just double checking what went on there. Just double checking.
Careful.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Reinhardt.
Chat, let him cook, dude.
Pause it, Crusaders!
Nice.
Let them out.
Approaching its destination.
Oh no, we're all suffering.
We are fewer in number, but greater in spirit.
That fucking character, dude. I'm just gonna press Q and everyone dies.
Group up here. My ultimate is almost charged.
Dedge.
Thank you. Alright, complete.
60 seconds remaining.
Notice here.
Back in action.
I'm thinking a lot right now. McNerd. I'm compiling like a list of things that I think that is suffice for you to work on.
Let's get back to it.
It's more or less the same stuff that is happening.
Spot an enemy here.
You have good aim. You just need to have a little bit more patience.
Enemy here.
No one can hide from my sight.
Dead. Well, Yukiriko tried. But yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Let the kitsune. I've been waiting for a challenge.
Overtime.
Help me move.
Nice kill. One more maybe? Oh, that's tough. Oh, you try to go for the flick twice. Okay. Let's talk about the good. The good is that you have pretty good repositioning. You like to try and use high ground as much as possible, and obviously when you do, you get a lot more value. Your Widow felt more in tune than your Soldier did, in my opinion. When you're not pressured, you have really good aim. Once there's a little bit of pressure, even an ounce, you know, it tends to fall apart, which is quite normal. It's tough sometimes. I think a lot of people in chat can contest to this, that it's a completely different game when you're uncontested and no one's bothering you and you can just aim freely versus someone is on your fucking ass 24/7 and you're still trying to, like, you know, you're still trying to make it work. I can kind of see what you're talking about when you said, like, you don't really know what hero to play. I'll be honest with you, there was a time there when we played Tracer, and I think that your positioning with Tracer was really good. And you can clearly tell that maybe your aim isn't the strongest suit on Tracer, but you'll position yourself in a way where it does make sense. So the positioning game is really good. And once you're not really feeling any pressure, you hit a lot of shots. However, you do tunnel vision a lot. Almost every fight, you kind of get stuck on one character and you will not let go. For example, take that last fight. I think it's a primary example. Is Baptiste in the back really your priority target, or is it the Echo who's currently holding the payload hostage? You see, like, when it comes to it, right, you had a golden opportunity to fuck with the Echo on the point. In the offset that you might hit a nasty headshot, that will be enough for your team to be able to come back, and maybe you get another fight on the payload. Instead, you kind of opt in to shoot the BAP, and I understand why you do it, but let's be real. If you're playing a character that can one-shot, do you really care about the healer far in the back? Or do you care more about the payload, right? And this goes back to what I talked about before, is that we're so hyper-focused on one target that we refuse to let go. It's almost like you're on a mission, and unless you kill that target, you're not going to swap. That did get us killed a couple of times, right? So I feel like you need to get better when it comes to, like, understanding what's going on around you, right? For example, third point defense, we're playing high ground. We get a kill off a BAP, and then we kind of focus our target on the Reinhardt. On the offset that we might get a lucky headshot on the Reinhardt, we're not going to kill him. Instead, we hear the Echo to our left. So what do? Well, we continuously focus down on the Reinhardt, and I can literally hear the Echo use her shift, and I know she's on her way to kill you. And it isn't until she starts doing damage to you as when you start reacting to her, right? Imagine a different scenario. You see her charge in, you hear her form break, you hear the shift, but you've already grappled hook backwards. And now she's looking for a Widow that isn't there anymore. So she jumps up, and now she's in a bad position, right? Because you have a charged shot leading up to where she's going. There's small things like that where I think that you need to do a little bit better. I mean, this happened a lot, right? And can further be explained by the first point defense, right? When we had Visor on high ground. We lock in on the Kiriko. We do damage to her. She susus. Obviously, you want that kill. But since you're so hyper-focused on getting the Kiriko kill, you don't care what's on your right. And on the right, you have Orisa, you have the fucking Bastion in the sentry form, and you have Anna just literally looking at you at high ground, and you die. Just like that. And that's another thing, right? It continuously happens. It's like it happens over and over again, almost every fight, where it's like you hyper focus on something and you won't let go. If you can like force that habit away, and you can kind of like focus on the important things at hand, and understand that every fight has a sort of a different winning, what's the word I'm looking for? Winning condition. Every fight has a different winning condition, right? It isn't always black and white. It's not just focus on one target and always go for it. Yes, there is a saying that killing their supports will ultimately, you know, make you win the fight, because their tank no longer has healing, your tank has healing. Absolutely. But the condition to win the fight changes depending on where the fight takes place. And in a scenario like on that last point, where the Echo is literally standing on the point, the Baptiste is standing all the way fucking at his spawn doors, just throwing heals at the Echo. Why do we give a shit about what the Baptiste is doing when Echo is the person who's stopping your team from pushing forward? You see what I'm saying here? Do you kind of get what I'm getting at? In terms of high ground position, really good. In terms of like over-focusing on a target, try and break that habit, right? Focus on what's important and focus on what's in front of you, and do a little bit better with that, and I think that you can start to climb pretty easily. You have good aim where you're not pressured, and I like that. Right now, we just need to focus a little bit more on not getting too tunnel visioned, because that's what's getting us killed most of the fights. Try and integrate that into your gameplay a little bit. I like your positioning though. It's good. Also, if you're going to be sneaky on a character like Tracer, you need to crouch. That's another thing. In terms of ult economy, I feel like ult could have been used a little bit earlier. I felt like you held like the Widowmaker ult a little bit too much. I felt like you held Visor a little bit too much. And I felt that on the Pulse Bomb, you definitely held it way too long. But other than that, I think it's pretty good, and I wouldn't be surprised that if you break the habit of consistently like tunnel visioning on the wrong target, I wouldn't be surprised if you start climbing. But I like what I'm saying. I would love to like revisit your VoD in the future and kind of like look how it looks like when you kind of integrate these tips into your gameplay. I would love to see that, but hopefully that helps. Chat, is that helpful to you as well? You little shit?